Hi friends, this is the second lecture of the AWS certification series, and first of all we are going to talk about IAM services in AWS. IAM stands for Identity Access Management, and as you can understand from the name, it basically means users and their access level. So the whole of your AWS security is going to be in IAM. There will be users, groups, roles, permissions, etc. Root account is the super account which you create your AWS account, and basically you should use it only for the first time. You should never use it again or even share with someone because it have all your access and can harm you in the wrong way if goes in the hands of the wrong people. The users then must be created with the proper permissions, and we will see how to do it in the next lecture, which will be the hands-on for IAM. IAM is going to be the center of the AWS. So every service in AWS is going to be helped with IAM security. Now we will have policies within IAM, and these policies will be written in JSON. JSON stands for Java Object Notation, and they are basically a way to write data. So if you don't know anything about JSON, I just advise you to go online for a quick tutorials about JSON and its whereabouts. So how do we visualize IAM at higher level? We we have the users, and the users are usually going to be physical person like you, me, or a third person which is going to access the services. So I will get an IAM account and you will get the IAM account. That account should not be root accounts. Those will be user accounts and can be grouped together. And the groups is whatever you want to be, but usually it's by function. For example, admin, DevOps, billing, by teams such as engineering, design, testing, or anything you want according to your requirement. Overall group, and you should know this, contains only users. So this way you can apply permissions to the group and user will inherit these permissions. Finally, we have roles and are only for internal users within the AWS resources and services. So the roles is what you are going to give to machines, not for the users. So to make a differentiation, you can easily understand users is going to be the physical persons and roles are going to be the machine. And now overall, as I said, policies are JSON documents and they will define each of the building blocks, user, group, and roles, and can what they can do and what they cannot do. We will learn how to write these policies in the coming lectures, so don't worry, don't it's not too complicated. And we will play with these things in a proper manner in the coming lectures. Now, IAM you should know is a global view. When you create a user or group or a role in your AWS account, it will be across all the regions. And kind that kind of makes sense. As I said, the policies are in JSON. You will enable MFA, which is multi-factor authentication for your root accounts. I will show you in the next video how to do that. And for your user, as I strongly recommend, as it's an additional level of security for the users. Now, IAM comes with predefined managed policies. So basically, you don't need to rewrite the whole policies in JSON. You can use uh, some of the policies with Amazon put together for you for the ease of management of access. And we will see in depth how to create IAM policies in the coming lectures. Right now, we will just take an easy way and I will just do an introduction. Something you will hear me in all the lecture is to give minimal amount of roles and permissions needed for the users or the machines to perform those, because this is called the least privilege principles. So you absolutely want to make sure that you don't overpower any person in your organization or any single application or server. It's always advisable, as from the system point of view, to take care of these security things. Now, IAM federations. What is IAM federation? Now, for big enterprises, you use this tool, IAM federation. We are not going to use this in our AWS lectures because we are not a big enterprise. We are just users. But basically, if a big enterprise have its own users, which always have, or a user authentication method like Active Directory, they can integrate easily with IAM. So this way, the user of big enterprises can log in AWS by their company credential. You need not to create separate credentials for them. This uses something called SAML. Standard and Microsoft Active Directory, for example, is one of the big users of SAML standard. So this is what it is. Thank you for this lectures, and we will see you soon in the next lectures of hands-on. Have a good day.